Today I will be speaking on a very recent topic of emotional philanthropy based marketing strategy, companies contributing to combat COVID-19. So, this is a very recent topic, and we all know about the biggest pandemic of the world, which brought the whole world under its bar. So, this was such a pandemic, or this is today also such a big virus which has brought the life of many to a standstill, and nobody is even today aware about its further consequences or its results. But in such a difficult time when all nations were in dire need of help, many companies, many celebrities, many public members, many politicians, and many others came to help. But the major role in this helping hand was played by the company, as they did a lot of contribution, lot of philanthropy without thinking about anything, will help selflessly. They contributed to combat that disease. So this study is also about that particular aspect only, about the philanthropy made by companies. So we will be further studying. The objective of our study is to explore the new aspect of philanthropy based emotional marketing strategy. This is a new concept which has taken rise after the starting of this particular virus or this particular pandemic. So, the objective of this particular study will be to explore the different aspects of philanthropy based emotional marketing strategy. So, if we talk about the researches, the past researches on philanthropy, then it is not such kind of topic which has not been researched before, or not a very less or new topic. Philanthropy has been done since many years and is now become something else. It is now just not a social help or a thing to be done. It has now become a thing or a model of prestige. Nowadays, some researchers hold it as warm glow, where the size and the recognition of the philanthropy matters, where every company wants their philanthropy to become big, their philanthropy to be recognized by the receivers. Every company is trying to do philanthropy more and more in order to increase their goodwill, in order to come into the eyes of their stakeholders, so that they can later on increase their consumer, can increase their business by keeping philanthropy as a base, as a emotional touch. So there are many researchers, past researchers connecting philanthropy. Later on, in our research, which we did, the research methodology we used is mainly from the secondary data, as the demand of the study focuses more on the secondary data, where the data was collected through the newspaper articles, through the reports, through the website, the social media platforms of the companies, and through some LinkedIn or social network sites. They were considered the best sources as per the study, because the study aims to know about the company's philanthropy and how they later on publicized their philanthropy and made some emotional appeals or did some emotional marketing to attract the consumers. So for our study, we selected 3 companies, that were Tata, Reliance, and Lesson and Tobro, on which we have taken the cases and made the concept and seen the concept, which new concept of philanthropy based marketing strategy. So now coming to the findings, we have first talk about Tata. Tata in this particular situation came forward Firstly, Mr. Ratan Tata contributed rupees 500 crore to deal with the situation, but thereafter they came up with an additional amount of rupees 1000 crore to deal with the disease or to combat the biggest pandemic. Later on, Tata even provided the PPE kits, even provided the hospital facilities, and even made every help available to the frontline workers. Later on, Tata even provided their innovation labs for discovering the vaccine of COVID 19. And in May 2020, they came up with a new invention, Philuda, which was designed to make the rapid tests of COVID 19, which was a very helpful and a very big contribution from the side of Tata. Later on, in order to reach the masses, they publicized their philanthropy on every platform, majorly on social media platforms like Instagram, Facebook, or LinkedIn, or their websites even, all where which is a very better way to reach to the common public or to inform how they help us in that particular uh, situation. Even we can see in these posts which they did that they have shown that how they reach the rural people or the needy people, how they provided the meals to those people, how they provided the PPE kits to the frontline workers, and they even started made a tagline: "India fights Corona. This is Tata," and they even made many other contribution. This is one of the posts from there, that how they started the COVID hospital, especially the COVID hospital to deal with the situation for such a poor condition due to the pandemic. So these are some of their contributions made and publicized on different websites. These are the some of their contributions made and some emotional appeals made to the public that yes, we did our best to deal with the situation, and now it is your chance to show your care and love to us and think about us. So these were some of the things which were on their websites, which I got. Now coming to the second major player of the market, Reliance. Reliance also did many steps to fight the novel coronavirus. Firstly, they contributed rupees 500 crore to the Prime Minister Care Fund. Later on, 5 crores to the Chief Minister's Relief Fund of Maharashtra and 5 crores to the Chief Minister's Relief Fund of Gujarat. Reliance even provided the free meals to 65.7 lakh employees or the needy people under their Unseva mission. Later on, as per the requirement, Reliance even provided the facility of the hospitals. 100 fitted beds they started from, and later 250 beds, and finally they reached opening a hospital with 7 hills, which was specially meant to treat the COVID-19 patients. Uh, and due to the increased philanthropy of the Reliance, their their helping hand was not just limited to certain aspects. They did so much that the name of Srimati Nita Ambani was cited in the America's leading journal interest magazine, Town and Country, where it was clearly mentioned that how they did efforts in feeding the workers, the poor, the needy, and made their financial contribution in establishing COVID-19 situation in India. So, as the major or the top philanthropist, the Reliance was mentioned in that particular magazine. Later on, Reliance publicized their philanthropy on different platforms such as Facebook and all social media sites, where they reach the public and inform the public that how they started their Unseva mission, how they provided the frontline workers with the PPE kits. Even they also uh, shared the comments of the people who were treated in the Seven Hill hospitals, that how was the staff, how they felt there. So such kind of things were also shared, and even they also shared that later on, Nita Manis many a times shared her views or shared that how they are helping us in that particular situation. These are a very good or the best ways social media are the best ways to reach to the public, as nowadays the youth is on social media only, and these are the best way to reach the public and inform that and bring into light their contributions which they made for us, for the country, and to deal with the situation. So Reliance also did the same and made every opinion or every contribution highlighted through the social media platform. Now, third big market player is Lesson Integro, which made a contribution of rupees 150 crores to the Prime Minister Care Fund. They also did their best to overcome the situation, and even they served their 1.6 lakh workers, took care of them, took care of their food, wages payment, accommodation, and provided the basic necessities to all of them. Even the company decided to convert later on their training centers to the isolation centers for the patients, and they maximum tried that the employees work from home, and in case if it is not possible at all, they just took all the preventive measures, and all time 24 by 7 medical facilities were available for the employees, and then they continued their work. So the company did a great effort to deal with the situation, and later on they also publicized or brought into light the, their contributions to different social media platforms. So now at last, by showing all the cases of these companies, I would like to conclude that in such a difficult situation of COVID-19 pandemic, companies came up as a helping hand. All Tata, Reliance, Lesson to Grow made their maximum contribution. And their philanthropy, their help only saved the nation and helped to combat this such a difficult situation. But our point is not just that. Our point is not just their philanthropy or their help. Our point is to see the new coming concept, a new coming or trending concept of emotional marketing strategy using philanthropy as its base. So, philanthropy proliferated during the pandemic, and this proliferation gave rise to the philanthropy based emotional marketing strategy. As we saw, companies first contributed towards the pandemic, then they didn't left any stone unturned to publicize their contributions, and which is one of the best way using social media, reaching the masses, which is one of the best way to show how they helped us in that particular situation, and then directly or indirectly appealing the customers to now think about them, to buy their products, to avail their services, which is a good strategy to emotionally connect people with us and then to increase the profit for our pockets. But this strategy will work or not, I think time will tell, and there will be the requirement of some analysis also. I think further researches on the particular direction to see that how the strategy worked, or is this strategy helpful? Has it attracted the consumers or the customers toward the companies? Will be revealed with the further research. So this was my concept, or this is what I wanted to convey from my research.